Matt Weaver, Sports Not. The Winston Cup purists are out in full force tonight, as you might imagine. And I'm curious, they say, well, 17.4 average finish or whatever it is, right? And he's not a real champion. Is there anything you would say to that subset of the fan base?
No. No. I got nothing to say to him. I got a pretty sweet trophy right now. I've been laughing all the way to the bank.
And the only reason I thought you might have something to say is that you came in here yesterday and you said that you wanted to come in today and step on everyone's throat. And at the time, I thought that was kind of bold, because the thing in sports is always you don't give the other team bulletin board material. So is there any part of you or Paul or RP that's like, Joey, you shouldn't do that? And do you feel any sort of trepidation in making such a bold declaration like that?
I told you I work better under pressure. I got to put pressure on myself, and that's one of the ways. The race started weeks ago, right? And in here is part of the race, so it never stops. And to your point about championships and what it is, the only reason why they don't say this about other sports is because they didn't change the playoff system. But the playoff system in other sports is not much different than what this is. You can have a great regular season. It seeds you better for the playoffs, right? Now, that doesn't mean you're guaranteed to go all the way to the Super Bowl or the Stanley Cup Finals or the NBA Finals. It doesn't matter. It might help you. And it's the same way in NASCAR, the way we have the rules now, is that you set yourself up much better, right? You look at the way we came into the playoffs versus the 5, the 45. Those guys that scored 15 playoff points for winning the regular season championship. That's 3 wins worth of points in 3 races. That's hard to make up that amount of points. And they have the same opportunity to go out there and win and move on to the next round. So for someone to say this isn't real, it's a bunch of bullshit, in my opinion. That's wrong. This is something that everyone knows the rules when the season starts. And, we figured out how to do it the best. And figured out how to win. It's what our team's been able to do for the last 3 years. So I don't like people talking that way. You know what I mean? Because if the rules were the old way, we would play it out differently, wouldn't we? So I just think that's just a bunch of hearsay back there, and people have just got to accept what the times are. Times change, right? And I don't know if you have a lot of the moments that we have today without the playoff system that we have, right? Like, do you want to see the championship crowned with 3 races to go? Because that's what used to happen. That's pretty boring. You got do or die moments. You got the pressure. You got all these things going on in the last 10 weeks. You have guys trying to get into the playoffs. You have that storyline. Gosh, I mean, how many storylines can we make? It's amazing, right? I mean, like, for people to complain, it makes me mad. It makes me so frustrated to hear that, because golly, man, it is awesome. Like, I watched the Xfinity Series, obviously, and the Truck Series, and it's hard for me to talk about the Cup Series because I'm in it, but I watch those races as a fan, whether it's from the booth or it's just on TV like I did last night. That's entertaining stuff. Like, I'm glued to my TV, especially a lot more during the playoffs than I am during the regular season. What's wrong with that? Like, golly, man. I don't know. Makes me mad. Sorry.
This is Custom Patch Hats. But what makes us custom? Well, that actually begins with you. We're just bringing your unique vision to life. No knockoffs, no lookalikes. Your design is one of a kind. We know hats, we know design, and we know quality. The proof? It's in our production. Hand-stitched with precision and care, with brands you know and trust. A one-of-a-kind patch deserves a one-of-a-kind treatment, all the way to your doorstep. It's how we keep it custom.
Jared Haas with Frontstretch.com. Come back soon for more great racing videos. And if you like us, make sure to hit that subscribe button.